Alrighty, so we got the 2000 Crown Vic back here. We're doing spark plugs and coils. I'm using the Motorcraft spark plugs and the O'Reilly's Ultima Technologies coils, just because we got a lifetime warranty and I get a pretty good deal on them. So we'll change those out real quick and go for a test drive and make sure everything's good. And the reason we're doing this is cylinder 4 has a misfire. I could feel it when I was driving, and it came on the scan tool. So we'll go ahead and change the spark plugs here. Alright, so we're doing spark plugs on the 2000 Crown Vic here. I already got one of them pulled because we got cylinder 4 misfire. So here is the old spark plug, which I don't think is very good. Or, I mean, it might be alright, but we might as well replace it. I think the coil is a problem. I think it's the original coil too. It's been in there for, well, since 2000. So we'll replace those, and then we got some more spark plugs and coils to put on there. So hopefully that fixes our issue. And I'll show you the rest of the spark plugs once I get them out. All right, so we're gonna take out the next one here. I already got the coil off, and we're gonna unthread that plug, but we're gonna make sure there's no crap. Move some of the crap away from the cylinder hole so it doesn't go into the engine, because that would not be good. But yeah, just move some of that stuff, and then I'll get the spark plug out, and we'll be able to change the spark plug in front of number 4. All right, one thing I'm noticing that's so annoying is on the spark plug socket, there's a rubber boot in there. This is to help you get the spark plug out and in. But every time I put the spark plug in, the extension gets stuck, or it comes off the spark plug socket, and the spark plug socket gets stuck on the socket, or the spark plug gets stuck on the socket. So what I'm going to do is take this rubber thing out when I'm installing them, but I'm only threading it in finger tight enough to pull this back out so it doesn't get stuck, and so we don't cross thread the spark plugs. All right, we got the new coil. Go ahead and put it on. This just slides in like so. So be very careful we don't bend this coil too much so we don't break it in the coil. Just push it down so it's seated on the spark plug. Line up the bolt hole there, and then come over here. We get one of our bolts. Just stick it. Oh, I can't see with the camera. Stick it on there like so. Give it a couple threads, like a thread or two. That way we don't cross thread it. Get it down so it's snug, and then come over here, get our it is a 7mm, and I'm finger tightening it so it does not cross thread, because it just goes into the plastic of the coil and in the intake, and I don't want to break the intake. So we'll do that, and then get our ratchet here. Take that off and ratchet it on so it's snug. Just so it's snug, because I don't want to crack it or break it. Alright, and then we just plug it in. Alright, now we'll move on to the next coil, which we already unplugged, which is the same thing. Just take your wrench here, and I have to get an extension because there's a vacuum hose in the way, so give me just a second. So we got our extension, and we'll just untighten that, and whoever did this last, which I believe is Ford, because it doesn't look like they've ever been changed, it is on there good. Just unthread it. You guys don't need to see this, so 1 second. Now that we got that, we'll just take this coil and wiggle it back up. I'm trying not to take the fuel rail off completely, just enough to move it back, which we'll just pull off, which this coil broke and the boot is still stuck in there. Let's go get some pliers to pull that out. 1 second. Alright, so we got some pliers, which Now we'll try to go on here and pull this up. Oh damn, it pulled off our vacuum hose. Well, that's gonna have to get probably replaced, but different problem for right now. We gotta get this boot out of here, which isn't coming out easy. Give me just a second. There, we got it. And we got the coil over here. So we'll go over here to this spot that I'm working and set it in line. Just so I'm trying to put everything how I took it out, just in case if something goes wrong, I can know what happened. So there's all four there. And we'll get our another spark plug. Make sure it's... Oh yeah, I'm using Motorcraft spark plugs just because that's what was in it, so that's what I'm gonna use. I'm gonna check the gap real quick, so 1 second. All right, so here's the gap. It's supposed to be right about that range. These are brand new, so I'll go ahead and put it in. All right, and so here is the next spark plug that I just took out, which is in the third cylinder from the back of the motor on the passenger side. So yeah, that one it smells kind of like it's been in oil, which hopefully it's just from sitting. And then this is a new one, so we throw it in with, it'd be okay. Again, if you can, please get the socket that's a magnet instead of this rubber boot, because it just keeps getting stuck. It's so annoying. So we'll go ahead and use it to put the new plug in though. So 1 second here. I'm literally just pushing the plug in just enough that this can get grip on the plug, thread it in to the cylinder, with your hand, not the wrench, so we don't cross thread it, and then slowly pulling this out, removing the rubber boot, and then tightening it to spec. That way the spark plug socket doesn't get stuck. So yeah, don't get this cheap one. Get the one with the magnet. See, this is the problem that I'm running into. This keeps falling off and the spark plug socket gets stuck in there. So I gotta unthread the spark plug to get the socket off just to thread it in there to grab again. So yeah, quite annoying. All right, there we go. We got that one in there. So we'll go get another coil here out of the box of coils. So 1 second, I'll get this out of the wrapping, which they do wrap it very nice. Appreciate that so it doesn't get damaged in shipping or something. So put this coil in, and then it's really just the same for every single other one. So I'll show them all once we get done here. But yeah, very nice packaging they put in here. So these are from O'Reilly's, the spark plugs and the coils. So I mean, I haven't tested them yet, but so far they're decent. So we'll see what we got here. Alrighty, so we got this whole side done, so we'll move on to this side and see what it's like. But yeah, this side's all changed, so hopefully it'll be okay. I'm mostly concerned about number 4 because that's the one that had the misfire, so hopefully that one's fixed. We'll go on to the other side now. Alright, so we got all the spark plugs and coils changed. So we just got to put the fuel rail bolts in, just because I moved it back just a little bit to get easier access to those coils. And then we'll put the engine cover back on. And whoop, knocking stuff over, but yeah, I'll get that bolt and put it on and see if we can start it. Alrighty, so we got the fuel rail put back on. Just remember, before you say you're done, make sure you get this little tiny hose back on there. Push it down like that, and then we'll put the engine cover on like so. Oop, drop the bolt to the cover. But yeah, just goes on these little front notches up here, like so, on both sides. Line it up with the stud, like so. And pick the bolt up off the ground. Thread it on there. Maybe, there it goes. I'm not going to put this on all the way tight because I may have to take it off to see if there's something wrong. But yeah, there we go. Now we'll start the car and see if we got a misfire and put the code reader on it. Now we'll go see if the car starts. Oh, it's been a second since I've been in this car. Let's see, get the key here. Alright. second to run. Alright, it looks okay. Still got the check engine light, but I'll run that with the code reader. So, but yeah, there you go. Changing spark plugs and coils on the 2000 Crown Vic. What I forgot to do, which will probably make it run a little bit better, is make sure you tighten this down and put these two hose clamps back on, because I fired it up and I was like, huh, that's weird. It sounds like it's got a vacuum leak. It did, because it wasn't on the throttle body. So yeah, make sure you do that before you're done. Just tighten it up so it's tight, and then give it a good pull. Yep, this one's on there. These hoses are on there as much as they should be. There's one more hose that we would have had to take off, which is this one over here. Yep, that one's on there good enough. Sure all the plugs are plugged in. Yep. Okay, now we'll go restart it again and get the scan tool and see what's going on. But yeah, 1 second here. So off camera, I cleared the code because it was still on when I started the car, but now it runs a lot better once I put the vacuum hoses and air intake on. So we're gonna go take it for a small drive and see if the light comes back on, but it seems to run like it's on all 8 cylinders. So we'll go down here, turn around, and come back, and then put the code reader on again. Okay, so we got the car back here, got the scan tool hooked up, and you see there's no codes. So yeah, that'll wrap up the video on this 2000 Ford Crown Victoria on changing the spark plugs and coils. Ran and drove great, like didn't have a misfire. Even went to church this morning. So yeah, please like and subscribe. Thank you.